This offseason really has felt like a 2K season. You got Giannis finally being traded to the Bucks, LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges leaving Charlotte in two different trades, and you also have a weird trade in Portland with Ja Morant, and you also have speculations about Jaylen Brown possibly still being traded, and NBA free agency has just started, and we'll talk more about that today. But before we start, always make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so I can keep pushing out these kind of videos to y'all. But this should be a longer one today, so sit back and enjoy. So, NBA free agency officially started at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and not a lot happened in the first couple of hours. You had some players signing back with their old teams. We'll go over some of those players in a bit. But before free agency, we had a surprise trade, a former champion going back to his old team, Kawhi Leonard. I was going to make a full video on this, but might as well put it in this one. So here are the full trade details that unfolded earlier today. Kawhi Leonard gets shipped to his old team where he won a championship with and finals MVP, the Toronto Raptors, and they send over Brandon Ingram, an all-star caliber player, Grady Dick, an upside shooter, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a pick swap. I think this is one of the rare win-win trades this offseason. I feel like every other trade has been kind of lopsided, but this one helps both teams pretty well. I think LA is trying to rebuild, build off their young core, and getting all those picks kind of helps them in the rebuild process. And the Raptors are trying to push for a championship, and they want to do that one more time with their Kawhi Leonard, who was one and done with them 8 years ago. He wins finals MVP, carries them to their first ever championship, and I honestly could see them doing that once again. They got a good defensive team. Scotty Barnes can take a step up, be an all-NBA player. Kawhi Leonard, obviously one of the best playoff performers of the past decade. 2 finals MVP, one with the Spurs and one with the Raptors. So moving past the Kawhi trade, let's go back to free agency. Not a lot happened in the first couple of hours, but the first signing we did see was Ousmane Dieng, who agreed to a $17.5 million deal for 3 years, returning back to the Milwaukee Bucks. And he had a strong finish to last season after his trade to OKC. He obviously developed into a better role player for the Bucks. They got a good roster now, getting all those Miami Heat players. So, not a crazy thing, but it was cool that it was the first signing of free agency. And then I see the second deal that happens today, and it's something I did not expect at all. DeAndre Jordan is still in the NBA. Former NBA champion. He signs a deal with the New Orleans Pelicans for his 19th NBA season. I forgot he was in the NBA, to be honest. Cool for him, I guess. So this next deal is kind of more important. The Miami Heat need role players to surround Giannis and Bam, and they go out and get their sharpshooter in Tim Hardaway Jr. He was a good player for that Nuggets 2023 championship team. Obviously, he's a role player. He's a good veteran. He can mentor some younger guys. I do like this for the Miami Heat. They don't got good shooting on their team. Norman Powell's probably out for free agency, so good pickup for the Miami Heat. But before we get to the next free agent signing, I just want to go back to the Kawhi Leonard trade. So Shams Charania tweets out a couple hours after the trade that they have officially finalized the deal. The Clippers will receive an unprotected first-round pick in 2031 and 2033, a 2030 and 2033 second-round pick, and the first-round swap is actually next season. So if the Raptors win the title, they could be having a top 10 pick, which is kind of scary for me as a Spurs fan. But the next free agent signing is a 7-footer, Brandon Carlson, former player of the OKC Thunder. He finalizes the deal for $2.5 million with the Portland Trailblazers 1 season. And I don't really know much about Brandon Carlson. He obviously didn't get a lot of playing time behind Isaiah Hartenstein. But I guess good for him. Good for him. So the next signing was kind of more important, and it involves the Clippers once again. And it involves their rookie from Nevada last year, Kobe Sanders, who I really liked coming out of college. He averaged 7.3 points as a rookie, over 20 minutes a game on 68 games in his first season, which is good numbers for how less people talk about him. But he signs a 4-year, $11.2 million deal to return back to the Clippers. I really like Kobe Sanders as a prospect coming out of college. I liked his March Madness performance at Nevada. So this is a good signing for the Clippers. I do think they're trying to head in that young direction, and keeping a good role player like Kobe Sanders could elevate them to be a playoff contender. So great deal for the Clippers. So this next signing is kind of more important, and it involves a player who made the Eastern Conference Finals last year, Keon Ellis from the Cleveland Cavaliers. A good two-way guard, great defender, great shooter. And he signs a 2-year, $18 million guaranteed deal with the Brooklyn Nets, who have some young guards on their roster as well. Michael Brown Jr., the rookie, Nolan Traore, the rookie last year, Vince Saroff. And I could see Keon Ellis coming in when they have injuries, because I feel like Brooklyn always has injury problems for some reason. It's just always like that. But Keon Ellis is always available, never injured, riddled, and he's only 26 years old too. So you could reshape his contract in the future. Which Shams tweeted out that the deal negotiated by Mark Braulstein and Torian Jones of Priority Sports contains a full mutual option that fully guarantees the $18 million for Ellis, while all allowing both sides to have a conversation about a new deal next summer, but either party can opt in but not opt out. So basically meaning they can reshape the contract next summer, but he gets that $18 million guaranteed. But I do see the Nets keeping him long term to play behind those younger guards. Keon Ellis is a great backup guard who can elevate a team to a playoff spot. And the Nets are in a good position right now. They got a lot of young talent, some good scorers like Michael Porter Jr. and Julius Randle. I honestly could see the Nets being a playoff contender next year in the East. I don't know if that's a bold take. That's just my personal opinion. But I do like this signing from the Nets. And then we finally see one of the biggest free agent signings of the offseason. Former Laker Luke Kennard, one of the best shooters in today's game, most efficient probably in today's game, signs a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Phoenix Suns with a player option for the second season. So the Suns get an elite shooter paired along Colin Gillespie. That's a great shooting duo. The Suns are making moves this offseason, obviously acquiring Miles Bridges in that trade. They still have Devin Booker, of course. Dylan Brooks still on the team. You got Colin Malawach coming off his rookie year, probably going to develop more. The Suns are looking a little better than before the offseason started. So I really like this signing from the Suns. I thought he might go to the Suns or maybe the Hawks again. But Luke Kennard officially signs with the Suns. Great deal. So the next signing isn't too big. Free agent center Zach Collins has agreed to a 2-year, $17 million contract extension to stay with the Chicago Bulls. So he's still probably going to play behind Nikola Vucevic if he stays, and Nick Claxton. So the Bulls have a really decent big man depth on the roster. Nothing too much. The next signing is actually somebody who I really like in this league, and it's Dion Wade, who played with the Cavaliers last season. He started in the playoffs, got him to the Eastern Conference Finals, a really great role player, and he gets paid 4 years, $39 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. So every team kind of needs somebody like Dion Wade, anybody that can shoot, defend, do whatever the team needs. Dion Wade is always there for the Cavs. But he moved to the 76ers, and the 76ers honestly need somebody like Dion Wade. They don't have that like role player necessarily. They just got a bunch of scoring players who ISO ball, I guess, with Paul George, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey. So Dion Wade probably will start for them next season. Actually, he might play behind Kelly Oubre, but with the deal they gave him, he's probably going to start. So I'm officially ending this video at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So if any players get signed or contract extensions happen, it'll probably be added in tomorrow's video. So if that video is out and you're watching this right now, go click out of this video and go watch that one right now. But today was pretty uneventful. I thought more signings were going to happen. Obviously, we're still waiting for what's going to happen with LeBron James. James Harden's contract is still under review. But if you like this longer form content, make sure to like and subscribe so I can keep getting it out to you guys. But hope you guys like this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.